Hi, Geek Girl back with another story time. Although I might end up calling these ones something different since I'm going to be reading again from Powers of a Girl, Marvels. So I might end up needing to call it something that's slightly different. Here's the one picture that goes with this chapter. Beautiful image of Kate Bishop. And I've got Goose and, of course, Clint as my background. Hawkeye, the better one. Young Avenger, straight shooter. I bet you're thinking, wait, isn't Hawkeye the guy named Clint Barton who shoots arrows and wears a purple mask? Yep. So then who's this chick? Also Hawkeye. Just like Clint, Kate Bishop is a superhero who doesn't have superpowers, aims true, and holds her own. However, unlike Clint Barton, she comes from lots and lots of money, and she is probably a lot more mature than Clint, despite their age difference. But what I love most about Kate Bishop is that she took some messed up stuff that happened to her when she was just a kid and used it as inspiration to become a badass crime fighter. Now she's a private eye who takes down super jerks and helps out people who need help the most. Plus, she has a one-eyed dog named Lucky, aka Pizza Dog, so you know she's doing something right. And for real, Kate is a straight shooter and only kind of an arrow punter. Kate lets everyone know what's up, how she feels, what she wants, and how it's going down. Even with her mentor and fellow Hawkeye, Clint Barton, she seems to be just as much his teacher as he is hers. This is all largely because Kate believes in herself. She just seems to have this voice inside her saying, "Yes, girl, you got this." And even when she knows she screwed up big time, that voice seems to be, "Okay, girl, you messed up. Welcome to life. Everybody screws up. Look at Clint Barton." Now that's a mess. Now it's time to kick butt and make it right. We could all use this kind of faith in ourselves. Let's bring it back. Kate Bishop is the daughter of a very successful and crazy rich publishing magnate named Derek Bishop and his charitable wife, Eleanor. Growing up, Kate always hoped that the too busy businessman she called Dad would give her approval and time. I mean, what kid doesn't want their parents' approval and time, right? Until, of course, Kate realized that not only were her parents separating, but her father had been wheeling dealing with a supervillain. Not long after, her mother was presumed dead. This was all awful. Losing a parent sucks, hard. Learning your only remaining parent might not be a great person also mega sucks. Kate was in a real suck buffet. She had a realization that many don't have until much later in life. Parents are just people. They make mistakes. Sometimes those mistakes are huge. I'm going to let you in on a grown-up secret. Most adults are just faking it and figuring it out one day at a time. The only difference is that some adults have made more mistakes during their longer lifetime, so they theoretically make fewer stupid mistakes than younger people. Theoretically, Kate found out that her father was only human the hard way by realizing he was deeply flawed. Also, the other thing about parents, they die. Not to super bum you out, but it's just a fact. All people die, which seems pretty obvious. We all die someday too. Heck, even Asgardians kick the bucket, and they are gods. But just so we aren't too bummed out right now, Kate ends up okay. In fact, sometimes death is a super great reminder to live your life to the fullest. But bad news, Kate's life got worse before it got better. One day, while walking in Central Park, she was attacked. The incident left her with some serious PTSD. But rather than let that incident ruin her life, she got herself some mental health care and began to train in self-defense as well as other forms of physical combat. Endorphins from working out helped cheer her up. The therapy helped her work through her trauma, and the physical training made her ready to take on any baddie who came her way again. Bad experiences can conquer us, or we can use them as a stepping stone to reach the next level of who we desire to be. What makes us great is what we do when facing adversity. Kate faced the suck buffet and filled up on greatness. She didn't just fall into the superhero life, she sought it out. When armed men began taking hostages during her sister's wedding, Kate sprang into action aiding the Young Avengers. Later, tracking down the shape-shifting Hulkling, magical Wiccan, mecha-suit-wearing Iron Lad, and their patriotic leader, Patriot, Kate and new recruit Casey Lang, aka Giant Girl, offered their services to the team. The boys were quick to refuse, but they also quickly learned they needed the girls' help, especially when Kate was able to score a bunch of Mockingbird and Hawkeye's old battle gear from the now defunct Avengers Mansion. When the Avengers had disbanded, the new team of all teenage heroes stepped in to protect New York City, despite the protests of Captain America and Tony Stark. With a big job ahead of them, no support or training, the Young Avengers managed to save the world from the time-traveling villain Kang the Conqueror, as well as stop an alien invasion. The group has more than proven themselves. Kate finally stood up to Captain America, who was continuing to pressure the team to disband. She insisted that they were heroes like their adult counterparts, and that if the original Avengers had trained her teammates in the first place instead of treating them like children, they might not be injured now. The Young Avengers were heroes, and they were never going to stop, so he'd have to accept it. Oh yeah, Kate serves up the honesty, piping hot. Captain America ended up giving Kate a gift, including new gear, and also giving her the name Hawkeye. After all, the Archer was the only Avenger before her to stand up to him that way. Accepting her new moniker, Hawkeye continued to shoot straight and true for the Young Avengers. As the team evolved, she would meet her all-time bestie, America Chavez, kiss a handful of cute boys, and defeat a whole bunch of evil mothers. Well, they looked like mothers, but they were actually evil interdimensional parasites. Kate also took the time to learn from her mentor Clint Barton, and the two worked as Hawkeyes together. Name mix-ups be darned. For a while, she even helped Clint deal with a mob infestation in his Brooklyn apartment building. But Clint's lack of honesty and general lack of emotional availability led to a falling out between the two. Kate Bishop headed west to Venice Beach in California, letting Clint's dog Lucky tag along with her. In Venice Beach, Kate was cut off from her father's riches and had to make money like a normal person. So she began taking detective cases. However, her father's old criminal dealings caught up with her. After doing business with Kate's father, a not-so-nice lady who went by the name Madame Mask, and was known for cloning folks so she could wear them like skin suits, came for Kate. And weirder yet, she seemed to find some answers about her mother's untimely death wrapped up in a long-buried family secrets. With the help of her new Venice friends, Kate finally tracked down Madame Mask. Only thing was, Madame Mask was wearing a full-on Kate Bishop clone suit. Kate faced off against Kate, battling both her inner demons and her literal self. Madame Mask was defeated. But Kate wouldn't stop until she solved her mother's murder. Fortunately, she has a lot of great friends to lean on. Sometimes, even the other Hawkeye. It's not his fault that she's the cooler one, you know. Right? I love them both equally.